Earlier this week, I got an email from a student after a workshop on public speaking that I led. And he said, you said in your closing remarks that we need to get more practice as public speakers because that's really the only way we're going to improve. He said, the problem is my company doesn't offer any opportunities or many opportunities for me to speak in public. What can we do to get more practice in a circumstance like that? And it's a great question, and it made me reflect on my early career when I was in a situation where I did not have opportunities to speak in public. So what I did is I invented reasons. And what I actually ended up doing is I looked around the company and saw that people were struggling with a certain type of software. And I said, hey, let's do a user group for this. So I actually presented to the executive board of the company and said, we need to do lunch and learns. We need to do user groups, and I'll volunteer to lead the first one. I'll volunteer to organize it. And we ended up doing that. We would have lunch and learns where people would present and learn things. And that was just an entree into getting more people public speaking. It also got me noticed by leadership. So that was one thing that I did, and I continually looked to teach things. But that's my story. The other thing that I did when I got that question is I do what I usually do, is sit around and start brainstorming. So I listed like about 100 other things that you can do to public speak and get practice at it if your company doesn't give you that opportunity, or if there's not that opportunity at your company. Find an opportunity and one thing leads to another. That's my story. I've got a list of 100 other things, and I think it would be too long and too boring, but I'd love to hear your stories. Share some advice with people in the comments, if you would, about what you do when you don't find public speaking opportunities. How do you make public speaking opportunities? I'd love to hear your 100 list and what your stories are.